Hello students, today we are going to see some important reactions of benzene and its derivatives. Benzene is starting material for many reactions as well as it is an important intermediate. So let's see some reactions of benzene. Benzene is electron rich compound with 3 double bonds, and on electron rich compound, electron deficient molecule will easily attack, that is electrophile. Therefore, usually benzene will undergo electrophilic substitution reaction, and here are some basic, general and important electrophilic substitution reaction. Now, electrophilic substitution reaction takes place in 3 steps. First step is generation of electrophile. Second step is attack of electrophile, where third step is loss of proton. Now let's understand these reactions by example. Here are some simple examples I have taken. In first reaction, benzene is reacting with chlorine in presence of Lewis acid. Now we know that Lewis acid is electron deficient. When electron deficient reacts with electron rich compound, that is chlorine, it will abstract a pair of electron and forms a electrophile chloride with positive charge. Now this electrophile easily attacks on benzene ring and forms a carbocation. This carbocation is further stabilized by resonance and gives a compound chlorobenzene. So the product of first reaction is chlorobenzene. Now in second reaction, benzene is reacting with a mixture of concentrated sulfuric acid and concentrated nitric acid. Mixture of concentrated sulfuric acid and nitric acid is called as nitrating mixture. When nitrating mixture react together, it will form a electrophile NO2+. This NO2+ is called as nitronium ion. This NO2+, which is acting as electrophile, get introduced on benzene ring and forms a carbocation. Again, carbocation is stabilized by resonance. It will get lost a proton and forms compound nitrobenzene. So the product of second reaction is nitrobenzene. In third reaction, benzene is only reacting with concentrated sulfuric acid. Here 2 moles of concentrated sulfuric acid reacts with each other. One of this concentrated sulfuric acid act as acid and another act as base. Now a lone pair of this oxygen takes a proton and forms it into H2O, further get eliminated, leaving behind a electrophile SO3H. Now this SO3H is easily attacked on benzene ring and forms a compound benzene sulfonic acid. So the product of third reaction is benzene sulfonic acid. Fourth reaction, when benzene reacts with propyl chloride in presence of AlCl3. Again AlCl3 here, it is acting as Lewis acid. It abstracts a pair of electron from chlorine and forms a carbocation. If you carefully observe here, this carbocation is primary carbocation. If there is a possibility of formation of more stable carbocation, it will undergo self-rearrangement, that is by 1,2 hydride shift, and it forms a stable carbocation which is secondary carbocation. And we know that secondary carbocation is more stable than primary carbocation. This carbocation acts as electrophile and gets easily introduced on benzene ring and gives a compound something like this. This compound is known as isopropyl benzene. It is called as isopropyl benzene. Isopropyl benzene is also called as cumene. It is called as cumene. So the product of fourth reaction is cumene. In fifth reaction, benzene is reacting with acyl chloride in presence of Lewis acid, that is AlCl3. In this case, it will form a electrophile of acyl with positive charge, CH3COO positive charge, which is acting as electrophile and get introduced on benzene ring and gives compound something like this. Name of this compound is called as acetophenone. Name of this compound is acetophenone. So the fifth reaction product is acetophenone. Here all these reactions are electrophilic substitution reaction. In each reaction, one of the hydrogen from benzene is replaced by electrophile in a particular reaction. In first reaction, chlorine is introduced on benzene, hence this reaction is called as chlorination of benzene. In second reaction, NO2 is introduced on benzene, hence it is called as nitration of benzene. Similarly, third reaction is called as sulfonation of benzene, where these two reactions, that is reaction 4th and reaction 5th, are worked by two scientists known as Friedel and Kraft. If benzene is reacted with alkyl halide in presence of Lewis acid, then this reaction is called as Friedel-Crafts alkylation. If benzene is reacted with acyl chloride in presence of Lewis acid, then this reaction is called as Friedel-Crafts acylation. So these are some important electrophilic substitution reaction of benzene. Further, we'll see some reactions of these benzene derivative. Starting from chlorobenzene. Chlorobenzene is further reacted with copper cyanide at 475 Kelvin. In this case, copper cyanide will form a nucleophile Cn-. On benzene and benzene derivative, nucleophilic substitution reaction is not possible at normal condition. It requires some drastic condition, that is, on chlorobenzene, if you want to introduce Cn-, which is a nucleophile, it requires drastic condition, and that is high temperature and high pressure. Since they have given temperature as 475 Kelvin, which is very high above room temperature, so this can undergo easily nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now Cn-, which is acting as nucleophile, can attack on this carbon due to presence of polarity, and it will give a compound something like this. Here it is Cl, Cn, here it will be positive charge. Since both leaving group and nucleophile are attached at same time, the reaction is said to be undergoing SN2. But will not call this reaction only as SN2, it will be called as SNAR. SNAR is known as nucleophilic substitution aromatic reaction, and it forms a compound cyanobenzene, or called as benzene nitrile. So the product, when chlorobenzene reacts with copper cyanide at high temperature, it forms cyanobenzene or benzene nitrile. Further, this nitrile benzene, cyanobenzene, is reacted with water in acidic condition. What you have to remember here, when cyanide reacts with dilute acid or dilute base, it undergoes complete hydrolysis and forms compound carboxylic acid. If cyanide is treated with concentrated acid or concentrated base, it undergoes partial hydrolysis and forms amide. Compound forms amide. If nitrile or cyanide is reacted with strong reducing agent such as lithium aluminum hydride, it will get converted into primary amine, that is CH2NH2. So what you have to remember, if cyanide is treated with dilute acid or dilute base, it undergoes complete hydrolysis and forms carboxylic acid. If cyanide or nitrile reacts with concentrated acid or base, it undergoes partial hydrolysis and forms amide. When cyanide undergoes reduction with strong reducing agent, it will give primary amine. So in this case, cyanobenzene is reacting with water and H+. Water indicates the acid is dilute, and when dilute acid is used, cyanide will get converted into carboxylic acid, and the compound formed here is called as benzoic acid. Now this benzoic acid is further reacted with a mixture of sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide. Mixture of sodium hydroxide and calcium oxide is called as soda lime. Soda lime is good decarboxylating agent. It is good decarboxylating agent. Decarboxylating agent means it removes CO2 from the compound. So when benzoic acid is reacted with soda lime, it will remove CO2, leaving behind pure benzene. So when benzoic acid reacts with soda lime, the compound formed here is benzene. Next, benzene has reacted with nitrating mixture and formed here nitrobenzene. Now this nitrobenzene is further reacting with SnHCl. Now tin in hydrochloric acid is known as reducing agent. This is a particular or selective reducing agent. It is used for converting nitroalkane or nitroarene into primary amines. Even you can use here FeHCl. By using SnHCl or FeHCl, nitro NO2 will be get converted into NH2. So the product formed here will be aniline. Next, when aniline is further reacted with a mixture of NaNO2 and HCl. Now here first NaNO2 and HCl will react with together as HCl plus NaNO2. NaCl will be eliminated as a salt and leaving behind HNO2. HNO2 is known as nitrous acid, where HNO3 is known as nitric acid. When aniline is reacted with nitrous acid or primary amine reacted with nitrous acid, it will get converted into diazonium salt. It will get converted into diazonium salt. So here when aniline reacts with mixture of NaNO2 and HCl, it forms HNO2 and forms a compound known as benzene diazonium chloride. Benzene diazonium chloride is an important intermediate for many reactions. Now here benzene diazonium chloride is further reacted with sodium fluoroborate. When benzene diazonium chloride is heated with sodium fluoroborate, or even you can use hydrogen fluoroborate is heated, benzene diazonium chloride will get converted into fluorobenzene. Here fluorine will get introduced on this carbon, N2Cl will get left over. Not only this reaction, benzene diazonium chloride is acting as an important intermediate. If benzene diazonium chloride is reacted with copper chloride, that is cuprous chloride, in presence of HCl. It gives a product as chlorobenzene. If benzene diazonium chloride is further reacted with water, if it is reacted with water, the compound formed here it will be phenol. If benzene diazonium chloride is reacted with CuCN in presence of HCN, it will form benzene nitrile, cyanobenzene. If benzene diazonium chloride is reacted with potassium iodide, it will form iodobenzene. Similarly, if benzene diazonium chloride is reacted with H3PO2, it will give benzene. N2Cl will get reduced and form only benzene. So, it is an important intermediate. From this many compounds will be formed with different reagents. If benzene diazonium chloride is reacted with sodium fluoroborate or hydrogen fluoroborate, it will form a fluorobenzene. Now this conversion, benzene diazonium chloride into fluorobenzene by using NaBF4 or HBF4, is called as, this reaction is called as Bal-Schiemann reaction. This reaction is called as Bal-Schiemann reaction, where when benzene diazonium chloride is converted into chlorobenzene by using cuprous chloride and hydrochloric acid, this reaction is called as Sandmeyer reaction. So you need to remember many reactions with benzene diazonium chloride. In this case, they have asked only conversion of benzene diazonium chloride with sodium fluoroborate, and the product formed here is fluorobenzene. In next reaction, benzene is converted into benzene sulfonic acid with the help of concentrated sulfuric acid. Now this benzene sulfonic acid is further reacted with sodium fusion followed by hydrolysis. When benzene sulfonic acid undergoes sodium hydroxide fusion, in first case it will get converted into sodium phenoxide. In second case, which on further hydrolysis with water, with HCl or with sulfuric acid, any reagent, it will give a compound known as phenol. So benzene sulfonic acid on reaction with sodium fusion and further hydrolysis will give compound phenol. So the product here is phenol. This phenol is further reacted with zinc dust. Now when phenol is treated with zinc dust, zinc dust will abstract this oxygen. It gets abstract this oxygen and converts benzene or reduces phenol into benzene. We'll have only benzene ring. So the work of zinc dust is it abstracts oxygen of this phenol and gives pure benzene. So when phenol is treated with zinc dust, it will give benzene. Next, by Friedel-Crafts alkylation, we have formed isopropyl benzene. Now we know that isopropyl benzene is also called as cumene. This cumene further is reacted with oxygen followed by hydrolysis. When cumene is reacted with oxygen, oxygen will get introduced between this carbon and hydrogen and forms a compound known as cumene hydroperoxide. It will form a compound something like this. This compound is known as cumene hydroperoxide. Cumene hydroperoxide on further hydrolysis will give phenol. It will give phenol. So When cumene is reacted with oxygen followed by hydrolysis, the compound formed is phenol. Now this phenol is further reacted with CCl4 in presence of base, carbon tetrachloride and base KOH. On arrow they have also written it as RT reaction. RT reaction means Riemann-Tiemann reaction. In Riemann-Tiemann reaction, first phenol reacts with base which abstract this proton and forms phenoxide ion. This on further resonance, it will attack on CCl4 and gives compound something like this, CCl, Cl, Cl. Further with this base, all this Cl will get converted into OH, COH, OH, OH, which is undergoes dehydrolysis. On dehydrolysis, it will give C double bond O OH, that is carboxylic acid, and here it undergoes tautomerization. This hydrogen will be abstracted by this oxygen and bond gets aromatized here. So the compound formed here will be, here we'll have OH, and here already it has introduced COOH. Now this compound is called as salicylic acid, orthohydroxybenzoic acid, or also known as salicylic acid. So when phenol reacts with carbon tetrachloride in presence of base, the reaction is said to be Riemann-Tiemann reaction, and the product formed here is salicylic acid, that is orthohydroxybenzoic acid. Where there is another reaction with this Riemann-Tiemann, and that is when phenol is reacted with chloroform CHCl3 in presence of base. If phenol is reacted with chloroform in presence of base, the compound formed here will be OHCHO, and this compound is known as salicylaldehyde. That means when phenol is reacted with chloroform in presence of base, the compound formed is salicylaldehyde. When phenol is reacted with carbon tetrachloride in presence of base, it will give salicylic acid. Now this salicylic acid is further made to react with acetic anhydride. Now here, when salicylic acid is reacted with acetic anhydride, COOH, OH, if I expand salicylic acetic anhydride, here polarity will be present, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus. A lone pair of electron attacks on this electron deficient carbon, and this hydrogen will be abstracted by this oxygen. So here it is formed CH3 COOH, where this C double bond O CH3 will be attached with this oxygen. So the compound formed here will be COOH, and here O C double bond O CH3, that is ester. This compound is known as, that is COOH, and on ortho position OCOCH3 is called as aspirin. So when salicylic acid is reacted with acetic anhydride, it forms aspirin as a product. Next reaction, benzene has undergone Friedel-Crafts acylation and formed acetophenone. Now this acetophenone is further reacted with zinc amalgam in HCl. Zinc amalgam HCl is a selective reducing agent. The work of zinc amalgam and HCl is it will convert aldehyde or ketone into alkane. That is, zinc amalgam and HCl in presence of HCl will convert these carbonyl into CH2 group. If it is aldehyde, this carbon will become CH2 and here it is HCH3. If this is ketone, it will become RCH2R. Here we are having ketone, that is acetophenone. When it is reacted with zinc amalgam, it will give a compound something like this, that is ethyl benzene. When aldehyde or ketone is reacted with zinc amalgam in presence of HCl, this is called as Clemmensen reduction. That is conversion of aldehyde or ketone into alkane. With the help of zinc amalgam and HCl, the reaction is called as Clemmensen reduction. It is called as Clemmensen reduction. Now this ethyl benzene is further reacted with NBS. NBS is known as N-bromosuccinamide. N-bromosuccinamide is used for allylic or benzylic bromination. Here in benzene, first let's understand what does mean of allylic and benzylic. A carbon atom attached to the adjacent to the double bonded carbon. A carbon atom which is attached to the adjacent to the double bonded carbon, and this carbon should have sp3 hybridization. In benzene, all the carbon atoms are attached to double bond, where in the side chain this is the double bonded carbon and this is adjacent to that double bonded carbon and have hybridization sp3, which is called as allylic carbon. In this case, this carbon is called as benzylic carbon. So double bonded adjacent carbon with sp3 hybridization is known as allylic carbon, and here it is acting as benzylic carbon. NBS is used to bromination at allylic or benzylic position. Now at this position it will attach a Br, and the compound formed here will be 1-bromo-1-phenyl ethane. Next, this 1-bromo-1-phenyl ethane is reacted with water. Here water forms a nucleophile OH- and attacks on Br and forms a compound of alcohol. So here it will give, this Br will be replaced by OH and forms a compound 1-phenyl ethanol. 1-phenyl ethanol. Now these are some important reactions of benzene and their derivatives. Now benzene is further, we are reacting here with a mixture of NaNO2 and HCl. When aniline reacts with mixture of NaNO2 and HCl, it undergoes formation of benzene diazonium chloride. This reaction is known as diazotization reaction. Diazotization reaction. Now in this case, benzene is directly reacting with NaNO2 and HCl. Here first HCl and NaNO2 reacts with together. NaCl will get eliminated and forms HNO2. Since the reaction still in acidic medium, a lone pair of this oxygen abstract H plus from HCl and eliminates as water, leaving behind N double bond O positive charge. This is a electrophile known as nitrosonium ion. Nitrosonium ion. Remember, When nitrating mixture are reacted together, it forms NO2 plus, which is called as nitronium ion, and with NaNO2 and HCl it will form a electrophile which is called as nitrosonium ion. Now this electrophile attacks on benzene ring, and gives a compound nitrosobenzene. Now this nitrosobenzene were further reacting with N2O5 and heated here. When nitrosobenzene is heated with nitrogen pentoxide, let me elaborate this nitrogen pentoxide, N double bond OO, N double bond O, O minus, O minus. Here it will form N double bond O. This forms a electrophile, that is N double bond O with positive charge. Now this electrophile will easily attack on this aromatic compound. Now the question arises that this coming electrophile will attach on which position, because this benzene is already contains a molecule. If you carefully observe, N double bond O is electron withdrawing group. Electron withdrawing groups are meta directing groups. But in this case, N double bond O is acting as ortho and para directing. The reason behind that, formation of more stable carbocation. Let me write. If NO2 electrophile which is formed with N2O5 gets attached, here it is N double bond O. If it gets attached on ortho position NO2, the positive charge will form at this carbon. This double bond remains as it is. If this NO2 attached on meta position, the positive charge will be formed at this position. These two will remain as it is. Similarly, if NO2 attaches to para position, positive charge will develop on this carbon. This remains as it is. Now these positive charges are stabilized by double bond in all the cases. Apart from this, in this case, lone pair of nitrogen is also stabilizing this positive charge. Here also, in this case, lone pair of electron is also stabilizing this positive charge. But in this case, that is meta isomer, lone pair of nitrogen is not stabilizing this carbocation. Therefore, in this case, NO, nitrosobenzene, NO is acting as either ortho or para directing molecule. In ortho and para, since there is a steric hindrance in ortho isomer, para is major product. So NO2 will goes and attaches to para position of nitrosobenzene and gives compound compounds para nitrosobenzene. Now this para nitrosobenzene is further reacted with Br2 in presence of AlBr3. Now we know that in this case Br2 in presence of AlBr3 will form a electrophile, that is bromide ion. Now this electrophile will attack on benzene ring. Again question arises that at which position Br positive will get attached. If you see again, NO in this case acting as ortho and para directing, where we know that NO2 is meta directing since it is acting as electron withdrawing group. So coming electrophile, that is Br plus, according to NO it will attaches to ortho position because para is already occupied by NO2. According to NO2 it will attach on meta position. With respect to NO2, these two again positions are meta position. So Br2 will come, Br plus will come and attaches either of this carbon, and forms a compound metabromo paranitro ortho yes metabromo paranitro nitrosopenzene. Okay, further one more reaction with this benzene. Benzene is reacting with HCOH in presence of acid, that is HCl. HCOH is known as HC double bond OH. This is called as formaldehyde or methanol. Formaldehyde in presence of acid H plus, the lone pair of this oxygen abstract H plus and forms C double bond OH, positive charge, here H and H. It gets neutralized and forms CH, H, here it is OH, and here it will develop a positive charge. Now this is acting as electrophile. Positive charge on carbon atom is acting as electrophile. This electrophile attacks on benzene ring and forms a compound something like this. Now we need to see that here it has attached with the electrophile formed was COH, H and H. Since the reaction still in acidic medium, the lone pair of oxygen abstract this H plus. At the same time, Cl minus of this HCl attacks on this carbon and forms a electrophile CH2 plus Cl. So this electrophile attacks on benzene ring and forms compound. The name of this compound is benzyl chloride. This benzyl chloride is further reacted with sodium hydroxide. It is a simple reaction. Again here it will form OH minus as a nucleophile. This OH minus attacks on CH2, eliminates Cl and forms compound benzyl alcohol. The first product is benzyl chloride and the second product is benzyl alcohol. This benzyl alcohol is further reacted with manganese dioxide. MnO2 is selective oxidizing agent. Now MnO2 is used for oxidation of allylic or benzylic alcohol. Now here this is a benzylic alcohol. By selective oxidation of MnO2, allylic or benzylic will get converted into aldehyde or ketone. Here in this case, CH2OH, this is CH2. With the help of MnO2, it will reduce, that is removal of hydrogen gets converted into aldehyde. So it forms here C double bond OH. This compound is known as benzaldehyde. So selective oxidation of MnO2 is, it will convert benzylic or allylic alcohol into aldehyde or ketone. Now this benzaldehyde, which is formed with MnO2, is further reacted with MCPBA. MCPBA is known as, it is also a selective oxidizing agent and called as metachloroperbenzoic acid. MCPBA is known as metachloroperbenzoic acid. It is also a selective oxidizing agent. With the help of metachlorobenzoic acid, aldehyde will get converted into carboxylic acid or ketone will get converted into ester. It will get converted into ester. Here in this case, aldehyde is reacting with perbenzoic acid, so the product formed here will be benzoic acid. Metachloroperbenzoic acid is used as a selective oxidizing agent. Now the work of this reaction, as already told, here R C double bond O H. With the help of this metachloroperbenzoic acid, it will introduce the oxygen between carbonyl carbon and hydrogen of aldehyde. If it is reacting with ketone, C double bond O R, it will introduce a oxygen between particular alkyl group, that is between carbonyl and alkyl group. So with aldehyde it forms carboxylic acid, and with ketone it forms ester. Now this conversion of aldehyde into carboxylic acid and ketone into ester with metachloroperbenzoic acid is called as Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. It is called as Baeyer-Villiger oxidation. In this case, benzaldehyde is reacted with metachloroperbenzoic acid, and this is, since it is a aldehyde, it will get converted into carboxylic acid and forms a compound benzoic acid. So these are the some important reactions of benzene. Still many reactions are there that we'll see in some other classes. Now today these are some important reactions of benzene. That's all for today. If possible, we'll continue with such type of a reaction. Thank you, one and all.